It's time to install a diesel heater in my boat, Karpa. I plan to go to Lofoten next year, so I bought this heater from China. Let's see how easy it is to install and if it works well. The plan is to mount it into the cockpit locker here. Quite cumbersome for an old man. Oh, as I have to work as far in here. Now I'm lying in here in the cockpit locker to put it up there. Before I do too much of installation, I need to go down here and make sure I can pull all the tubes or the duct for the heating. Here is a channel that goes down into the saloon that's pre-arranged with Amel, so that's very kind of them. And they've also been kind enough to put a hose here that goes all the way to the forepeak. Time to test pull some of the hot air duct. Now we're trying to get into the main saloon. You see, it's coming down. Oh, so let's pull down a little bit more. Oh, yes. To make it draw the duct, it just took a few minutes. So there is the exhaust for the main exhaust for the warm air, and that air will then came right out there in the into the saloon here. The duct's coming up here, but it's far too long, so I need to cut it and made a marking here. So here's the duct coming, going up here, then it's going down there. Here's another white piece, and then there's another white piece. That one going to the exhaust air silencer, and that one is going to the, can you see, into the forward cabin. And here we see the heater and the silencer. Oh, I've been in here so many times. Oh, no country for old men. I think this will be good. I hope so. I need to saw something out here. This is hard work, I tell you. And it starts to become warm in here. Oh. I think it will be quite good. This is the connection for the after cabin, making a 60mm hose. We will have a stainless steel tube going. That's from the cockpit locker, and then the tube will go from here and enter just here. I hate this, but it has to be done. It's very interesting to see if the drill is going through and where it's going through. We'll see. There the drill is. That's a good spot. You see the rod coming out here? That's where I will have my connection to the toilet, to the after cabin. And the reason for that rod I will soon show you. I hope you see the rod going here. So now I measure the distance. There, I think I have it in distance from the wall. And then I need to have it in level. If I hold it like this, what's the space there? And what is the space here? And now I have about 5-6 millimeters on both sides, so it looks quite okay. I think I have a reasonable alignment of the tube. So now I'm through. There it is. There's the duct here. Let's connect there. Having a break now, a lunch break. Chicken and wine. Yesterday we had lunch on the boat, but today we do it at a restaurant, take a break. I need to go buy a few things, so nice with a glass of wine in the sun, isn't it, darling?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
This is the exhaust connection, but it is too long, so I need to saw it off a little bit. And then I have my excellent vise from Stanley. I can strongly recommend it. It's very versatile and useful. A good hacksaw from Sandvik. Quick fix, now it's shorter. Continue installing my hot air diesel heater. Today I'm going to focus a little bit on the exhaust system, with the elbow, the drainage, and of course the exhaust line itself. I'm going to put some assembly paste for exhaust system on cars. I bought these heavy duty hose clamps, but even though they are supposed to be heavy duty, couldn't squeeze this metal hose. Actually, this ordinary hose clamp works better, so I'm a little bit surprised about that. But so now I put this paste onto the exhaust elbow and also inside the hose that is. So now got 4 hose clamps on this one, and it's stiff. I thought I had a 38mm hole saw, but obviously I didn't have one. I'm in the shop to buy hole saw, but they have 40mm and I got 29. 35 is out of stock, so that's bad luck. It's typical. I didn't have what I was looking for, and this is one of the things that consumes a lot of time to find stuff. It's rather well equipped hardware store here, so it's a real hardware store. The hardware store had what I was looking for, but it was quite expensive. 53 altogether. But, well, such is life. Oh, it's never easy. It's always something that complicates things. Now I mounted the hole saw, and it's quite a sturdy stud here. And of course, my little neat screw and drilling machine doesn't take this size, so I do have a larger at home, but then I need to go and fetch it, so that makes me a little bit annoyed. Back on the boat again. Before I use the drill on the boat, I would like to make a test drill here. Just tight and good fit. So now it's time to drill. This is a scary moment, to drill a hole in your hull. Oh, now we have a hole. Interesting to see where it is on the outside. Excellent. Okay, now it's time for the final guiding hole from this one. Let's see how it goes. Now I made a hole in my boat. This is how thick the hull is, maybe 7 or 8mm. Well, I've been quite liberal with sealant. And just squeeze it in there. So now, through hole, the exhaust silencer, and then the low, and then here we have the drainage point, and here the heater itself. So today is another day, and I would like to install the fuel line, and maybe I can do the electricity so I can test run it as well. We'll see how far I get today. It's been a slow progress so far. Own a diesel generator here. So I will put a T-piece here and then take fuel from there to the heater and see if that works well. Down there I made my T connection, and the hose is going along here, and then it's coming here It's a curve on it, but that will disappear, and then it's going up to the cockpit locker over there. So here's the hose coming up. Just install the pump and connect the whole thing. It should be mounted in an angle upwards, so I use the old wedge I made for the original diesel heater installation that I skipped, so I will use for that one. The pump will give a lot of noise, or not a lot, but ticking noise. I put some rubber grommets under here, so it's some spacing, and that I think will take some of the vibration coming from the pump. So now I have the fuel hose. I don't know if it's ideal to have one of these, but we'll see. And then it's going up here. And then I have the electrical cable I will bundle it together with. And here you have some loose ends with the cable. So I think it's time for the electric wiring. And then so in here I have a 24 volt fuse panel. So I will pull a cable going into the cockpit locker, and then here I pull out the cable for the control unit, which I have forgot where I put. Here. So I'm thinking of putting it up here somewhere. Now I pull the cable here. So now I just put in the rest of it in to the cockpit locker. Well, at least it sits there. I'll fix that later on. So now I only need to put in a fuse, and then the display should lit up. We'll see if I have connected everything right. Yes. It says it's 18 degrees here, and I have 26 volts in my battery, and you see, yeah, that. But now I need to prime the system, and so I'm going to have a starting sequence. So before starting the heater, I need to prime the pump, and it pumps very, very little. So I have a low hose here. So I connected another fuel hose here, and then just by sucking. Now I think we have fuel in the line. I'm not totally happy with the installation of the pump. I think this is better, and now I have tied down the hose also, otherwise the hose was lifting. The manual is terribly complicated to understand, but at least I figure out that if I put both up and down arrow, pump starts to prime. And now you can see small diesel coming up and bubbles now into the heater. So now it's running. Pump is ticking. I have put an aluminium plate here, very thin. Put some spacers up here so it doesn't scorch the GRP. I don't think there's any risk, but just to be on the safe side. I also arranged with a totally different air intake, so I get more combustion air. I think I will get less noise from it as well. Time to start again soon. There's the heater itself, and then the air is coming in here. I made a bend here, and then it's going out to the extractor hose for the fan for the stove. We never use it, just make a lot of noise. Installation are more or less ready. Still doesn't figure out exactly how that works, but at least get it working. We're getting hot air coming out from under the fridge, and we have hot air coming out here in the forecabin from that one. We're getting hot air out on the toilet. It doesn't look so tidy, but now I just need a stainless steel tube that I need to order, and that will come out just above the air conditioning outlet there. You see some mark on the wall. I have an outlet here in the cockpit. You can open and close. There's another view on the outlet in the cockpit. So just by the captain's helm, so I think that's good. I'm quite sure it will make a nice temperature here in my cozy cockpit.